Okay, so here is the 5 signature strategies that you're going to need to become a successful EI performance coach. And trust me, after I share these with you, you can be off to the races. And the reason why I'm sharing this with you for free, because I grew up in the neighborhood and we had a saying that says, the more people pushing a wagon, the harder it's gonna roll. So if I can convince you right now to get out and go out and start teaching emotional intelligence, and all I gotta do is share with you this proven 5 strategies, I'm here for it. So let's go. So you're gonna need what we like to call a signature offer, right? So you need to create a signature offer. So write this down if you're taking notes, a signature offer, which means that once you establish yourself and you tell people that you are an emotional intelligence performance coach, you have to have an offer to give them. So whether it's you become a keynote speaker, you're a facilitator, you're a coach, however you want to present yourself, you got to package it in an offer and put a price on it and tell them all the things that they get and the results they're going to get from it so that they can understand how to share it with others, so they can understand how to get approvals to bring you in, so the individual can understand the value you bring to them. You have to package yourself, package what you're teaching as an offer. A lot of people miss this because they're afraid of sales. And it's not just about selling. I mean, it is about selling. You should not be afraid to sell. Selling is happening all day, every day. But when you offering, you're saying that I'm offering a solution to a problem that I know you have. And I'm just gonna package it up for you so you can understand it easily. So one of the things that you wanna do is make sure that you have a signature offer. When I say signature, that means that it's unique to you. You know it like the back of your hand, and you can say it at any time, any place, and anywhere. You need a signature offer. The next thing you need is a signature strategy. So now that you have your offer, how are you gonna go about what strategy, what techniques, what angles are you gonna use to move your offer forward, okay? So you have your offer, now you need a strategy. I will give you a hint. One place you need to be that most people overlook is LinkedIn. LinkedIn is like a hidden gem. It's like hidden in plain sight. But the people who want emotional intelligence performance coaches to come in and work with their teams, they are on LinkedIn. Your managers, your supervisor, your directors, and they are always looking for someone to come in and give their teams additional skills so they can get the best outcome in whatever industry that they're in. There are event planners over there on LinkedIn. They've booked these professional development days, they've booked these retreats for their teams, and then they're looking for a speaker. And a lot of times they're looking for something that's not just hope and inspiration, but something that's very tangible, something they can walk away with. And emotional intelligence always fits that bill. So you want to have a strategy on how you're going to move your offer forward, okay? And then the next thing you need is a signature framework. Okay, so the framework is how you go about doing your thing, right? And so you want to make sure that you have a specific way. We have our own at EI 365, right? We have our own signature framework, but you want to create your way of doing emotional intelligence, okay? So that'll be very helpful. So when you use your strategy to move things along and then you get someone to invite you in, then you got to have the framework right on what you're going to deliver. So your framework is basically your deliverable. And then you want to have materials to support that framework. So you need signature materials to support that framework, right? So you put something in print, put something digitally together so that it guides people along whatever your framework is. So you need signature materials to support your signature framework, right, that has been brought to you from your signature strategy. You see where we're going with that? And the strategy came because you've been out offering people solutions to their common problem. What is the common problem? When people are gathered together for any long periods of time, there's probably going to be conflict, there's probably going to be disagreement, there's probably going to be bad energy and things of that nature, and they need something to help them neutralize that negativity and promote positivity and get high performance team. That is desirable for a manager, supervisor, director, things of that nature, and you are here to offer that solution to a problem that's inevitable. Okay, and then you rinse and repeat. And the final thing you need is a signature presentation, which is actually the number one thing you need, because everything that I just mentioned to you, when they actually say, let's go, and they invite you onto the stage, or they invite you into their team meeting, or they invite you to their retreat, you got to be able to have a presentation that's compelling. So you need a signature presentation that really rolls out and creates an experience for your audience that they cannot help but to tell others about what they just experienced. They want to refer you out, that you stay top of mind, and this is how you become a successful emotional intelligence performance coach. All right, so let's talk about how you can make money as an EI performance coach. Now, there are several ways that you can do it. One, you can position yourself as a keynote speaker, speaking on emotional intelligence. And what's the thing about this and the flexibility of it is that no matter the industry, you can put the word emotional intelligence in front of it. Emotional intelligence for healthcare workers, emotional intelligence for law enforcement. So the good thing about it is you can speak to any industry, right, no matter where they're at, about emotional intelligence, and it will have a benefit. And so being a keynote speaker ranges from like $5,000 to $10,000 when you're just getting started, right? So one keynote speaker and a keynote speaking gig is about 45 minutes to an hour. Sometimes it's about 90 minutes, and you can earn about 5 to 10 grand as a keynote speaker. You could be a trainer, facilitator, which means that you can do half-day trainings or full-day trainings, and that's going to range somewhere between $5,000 and $7,500. Or you could be like a virtual trainer. There's a lot of times you'll get an opportunity and their team is all over the place. They're in different regions, but they want to bring them together. And so then you might do a virtual training, and those can range somewhere between $2,000 and $5,000. And this is just my experience over the last 10 years. You can talk to a variety of people and you will hear numbers that are lower, you'll hear numbers that are much higher. You have to find your sweet spot as you get more and more comfortable. But when I first got in the game, what I realized is that nobody wanted to talk about numbers. Well, I'm not afraid to talk about them. And so here's ways that you can start to gauge whether this is something that you are willing to do, that you want to do, and if you want to grow it from here. And then sometimes you could be a guest panelist, right? So a lot of times there are panels out there and they're looking for someone to come speak. And they want a good topic. Well, those can range from $1,000 to $3,000 just to sit on the panel for 45 minutes, and you're not even talking the whole time. They're paying you for the value that you bring in that conversation, all right? And so I want you to think about this for a second. I just gave you some numbers to consider. Just imagine, no matter where you are in life right now, just imagine if you just did one training a month, just right now. Like just one, minimum effort, one training a month. You could add another $60,000 to your income, possibly, okay? And just think about the combination with the numbers that I shared with you. If you just did the one, you're still working right now, you're still trying to get things going, and you just added one a month of any one of the things I just shared, you can increase your income instantly. And don't mess around and do 2 trainings, right, in a 30-day period where you went from 5 grand to 10 grand, now you 120 grand. You done added an extra $100,000 to your income by showing up twice a month. Now, there's work you got to put in. There's a level of awareness you have to create for people to book you. But once you get the momentum going, you can quickly see how you can earn a decent living. You can understand how I retired from the probation department in 2017. And ever since then, I have been living and breathing emotional intelligence, and it's created a very decent lifestyle for myself. And then most importantly, the freedom that I've created for myself, where I'm able to do things on my own times and on my own terms because I'm providing this high level of service and solving this problem for companies across the country. And so this is an opportunity I want to invite you into, because like I said, the more of us out here pushing emotional intelligence, we're making a direct contribution to humanity. As coaches, we're like the Navy SEALs team. We're the elite. When it comes to coaches, trainers, facilitators, we feel like we're an elite group. We're talking about a very specific subject matter, and we're surgical with it. And this is a place that most people don't reside. So if you decide to become one, you got to go all in. You want to be the best at it. And I promise you, when you start telling people that you teach emotional intelligence, you coach on emotional intelligence, people are going to always reach out to you, right? Because people are dealing with emotions all day, every day. You came here because you wanted to know the secrets. I just gave them to you. Don't let your limited beliefs tell you that there's much more than that. That's all you need to get started. Now, you might be thinking, well, okay, you said it was simple, DB, but that was a lot, right? Like, where do I even get started? Well, I want to say to you, if you do want to be part of a community of other EI performance coaches, If you are looking for, right, ongoing support and training on how to develop your skill, if you do want to shorten your learning curve, right, if you want me to take 10 years plus of experience and shrink it down for you and have it packaged up for you and hand it to you on your journey along the way, then I think you should let EI365 certify you as an EI performance coach. So you can get the credibility, you can get the guidance, you can get the community, right? You can get the love, you can get the support, right? You will know that you're part of an elite team that's out here changing lives, having impact. Not even just changing lives, saving lives. I can't tell you how many times people have said to me, man, I'm so thankful for emotional intelligence. People have said, thank God for emotional intelligence. People have said to me, man, because of you, yesterday I was about to do this, but because of you, I did that. Or because of your teachings, or because of something you said. So it's a very, very rewarding, right? I don't want to call it a career. Yeah, I guess you can call it a career. It's just a very rewarding space to be in when you position yourself as the one that's going to support others while they're in their zone of genius, doing what they do every day. But when they get caught up and say, hey, give me some insight on how to process this thing that I don't like, I don't understand, and I don't agree with, all right? And so if that is something that you want to do, right, this is how it'll happen. So we talked about your signature offer. Well, we have the EI365 Masterclass that will show you how to facilitate, right? We'll package it up for you so it can be your offer and put a price on it so you don't have to think about it. Signature strategy, we're going to support you with our EI365 marketing campaign. You will be able to model after what we do to go out and get clients, okay? So you don't have to worry about the strategy, all right? Then there's the signature framework. We have 11 SOPs, self-operating principles, that helps anybody, anywhere, in any organization, from the top down all the way to the bottom, practice emotional intelligence and keep it top of mind. Signature material, we have a proprietary EI365 interactive workbook that is only available to EI performance coaches. Can't buy it on Amazon, you can't order it from anywhere else, you only can get it if you're inside of our community. And this workbook is focused on the 11 self-operating principles, and it has an interactive component. Not only can they read the book, but they also can scan QR codes and get video-related content, interactive sessions to test their knowledge, additional PDFs. I mean, the book is one of its kind. So that's our signature material that you can also use and go out and get clients with, right? So we just take all that off your plate, right? So if you don't want to do it yourself, we will do this with you, okay? And a lot of it we've already done for you. And then the last thing is your signature presentation. When you join our community, we teach you step by step how to deliver a dynamic presentation that's going to win every time. And the bonus in this, the way that we teach you how to do it, you can also use it if you have other ideas, other skills, other subjects you want to teach. You follow the same formula to get a dynamic response from the audience that you're involved in. Okay? Now, if that sounded very helpful to you, is it worth investing in yourself right now to shorten your learning curve, become part of the community? If you really want to be an EI performance coach, but I do understand you might be a self-starter. I might have given you everything you already need, and you might be ready to go off to the races, and I still am cheering for you. And I welcome meeting you out there and you're like, man, I just watched your free webinar and it gave me exactly what I need to go out and kill it. I'm gonna love that, you know what I mean? And I'm gonna love even more if you join our community, right? And I can see your growth along the way. I'll tell you this, what you invest in yourself, you will make 2 or 3 times more of that back on your very first training. So that's how I have it set up. So if you believe in yourself, right? If you're confident and if you know that it's in you, right? You know that you are here to serve. You know that you're a leader. You know that people come to you for insight. You know that it's time to do something different. Don't even be concerned about this very small investment that's going to be connected to the link, whatever it might be. So win-win if you want to do the work, right? You have nothing to lose, but everything to gain. Now, I can't make promises because I don't know how much work you're going to put in. So even in life, where you at right now, if you're not satisfied with the results that you're getting in life, it is directly tied into the amount of work that you're putting in. And it doesn't have to be hard work, it just needs to be consistent work and smart work, okay? And so with that being said, you have everything you need to make a decision or to go out and go do your thing. And looking forward to seeing you out here in the community doing great things, and specifically as an emotional intelligence performance coach. Peace.
Once you understand that we are responsible for how we act, no matter how we feel, that's the goal of this training, to teach each person individually how to help somebody else become emotionally intelligent. It'll make the world a better place.
My recommendation is enroll in the course. Enroll in the course, enroll in the course. Find a way. You find a way to do vacations. You find a way to do so many other things. But if you don't get your mind right, you're really just going through the motions of everything else. This is where you start. This is where you end. This is the beginning. This is the middle. This is what you need to do. Enroll in the course.